Once again, we're back. As you can see, there's some FedEx boxes I had to crack, and I have to ship some things. I don't think everything's gonna fit in the car, so I'll take those tomorrow. But today's topic, I think this is an important one, and it's one I'm having to learn every single day, and that is patience is relative. It's like time is relative to whatever you're doing. And I have an example that I just got an email about today. So I have been actively pursuing different companies to represent some of the bull riders on my agency roster. And I think it was the finals in Las Vegas for the PBR World Finals Championship was in Vegas back in the beginning of November. And since then, we've signed, I think, 6 or 7 people. And I've just been reaching out on behalf of everybody individually, some people as a group, to a lot of these Western companies that I don't know a lot about, but some companies you might know about. I'm not going to name them, give away my competitive advantage, or shout them out, because some of them we don't work with yet, and I'm hoping to, so I don't want to jinx it. But today I finally got an email back from somebody. And I reached out maybe 2-3 times via phone, contacts of theirs, and then finally got the direct contact. And I was excited to get this email because the client I've been working with, my client, had been frustrated just like I had, because they're performing well and they don't seem to be getting the traction that other athletes are. And I finally got the email, and the person was, somewhat apologetic, like, they were sorry that they hadn't reached out, I hadn't replied. And, I had literally forgotten that I had reached out to this person in the first place, because I'd been sending so many emails and calling so many different companies. And I kind of just moved on and said, if it's for me, it's for me. If not, I got to go to the next thing. I can't waste time sitting around waiting for somebody to want to work with us. When in my mind, we always have the leverage. And in this case, I think we do. We have one of the top performing athletes. And I, didn't want to squander their opportunity. And I told my client, I was like, look, I'll never get in the way of you and money. If you can go get another deal outside of me and you feel like we shouldn't work together, then go ahead. It's all love. Like, we can still have a relationship. We can still be friends, and all that. So anyway, frustration aside, this person reaches out, and now things are in the works. I think something good is going to happen. But that was, let's see, November. So all of November, December, January. So basically 3 months of crickets, and me, hitting the ball, hitting a bunch of tennis balls over into their court and nothing getting returned. And I'm grateful that I didn't do something foolish like blow up on social media and say, oh, this company doesn't care because they don't reach out, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They'll never respond. And I know for a fact that, a company like Nike, they have a no solicitation policy. So you can't say, hey, Nike, sign my person. It's not that easy. So you got to find a different way. I got some different tricks up my sleeve for that. I'll probably use video, and I think actually one of the ways I'm going to do it is I'm going to make a video and feature a bunch of Nike product with an athlete that I work with, and then using my network and my channels, get it in front of the right people, post it on social media, and hopefully somebody sees it, and then they reach out to me, and I find out who that magic person is I got to talk to, and then I make a deal with them that way. So that's my strategy. Look, I think if you're going after a company and you don't know how to work with them, how to get your foot in the door, find their product. You can buy their consumer products, makes an interesting video, your own take on, let's say it's a Nike commercial. If you know athletes, get them to wear the product. And if you're a filmmaker like me, or even if you just have an iPhone, make a video, add some music, like try something, put it on TikTok. You can probably try a bunch of times and they won't see any of them, and they'll see that one video and they'll go for it. That'd be my advice to you. That's advice I'm taking on my side. Anyway, back to the original story. So this person reaches out, we're gonna have a follow-up, and I think something good's gonna happen. And it was because I was patient. I didn't blow up on social media at them, because you don't want to run companies through the mud because you're not getting your way. That's so childish that you're gonna go back to the idea of, let me throw a temper tantrum, so then everybody will they'll have I'll have their attention because I'm screaming and yelling and this isn't fair, and like, yeah, life's not fair. You got to find another way. And in this case, I had to wait. Now I was persistent in my messaging, and I kept hitting them up. I didn't want them to forget that, hey, I want to work with you guys. What is it going to take? What do I got to do? I have something of value for you. Do you have something of value for me? And so the fact that this person replied means that, yeah, they value the thing that I was offering. And now we're going to try to come to an agreement, come to a number. And like, that's the whole game. And the more of those seeds you can plant, it might take in this case, 3 months, might take a year, might take multiple years. It might take a decade of you just out there doing your thing, and finally a big brand comes and says, you know what, hey, we've been watching you and your journey, and we feel like now it's finally time to work together. I think that happens for actors a lot. They do a lot of roles. Maybe they're only seen as supporting actors or cameos, or they have, background work, stunt work. They're not seen, taken seriously as a lead. And then finally, it's 10, 15 years later, hey, you know what? I think you would fit perfectly in what we're doing. But if you're not consistently doing work, you're never going to be seen that way. And so to tie in with this whole patience is relative, time is relative, the concept of, I just posted something on my Instagram story to the tune of, if you're not making content now, you're losing future earnings. And I think that relates here. Again, back to this whole thesis of the videos, if I'm not making a video every day and giving people an opportunity to see what I have to say, my thought process and the things I'm up to, I don't have those chances to work with people. And like, this video might make it to the phone or the computer screen of somebody that I really do want to work with, or somebody I didn't even know I wanted to work with, and they reach out to me. So it's important to be putting that work in and not destroying your potential future earnings. So in this case, it only took 3 months, and I'm excited. This is why I got into doing the agent thing, is so I could build relationships with people that I don't know. I don't know this person at all. We've never met. And, try to build a relationship for the long term. I'm always looking to build long-term deals for my clients. Getting, short money, doing an appearance here and there, doing like an episode, like, Zeke did an episode on Hulu a little while ago. If you haven't seen that, go check out Hulu, Your Attention Please. It's hosted by Craig Robinson, and it's a part of the episode, like 10 minutes, I think, maybe 6 to 10 minutes, is Zeke, just showing Zeke as a bull rider, a black bull rider. It was a special for Black History Month. And that came about because we did the Snapchat show, and the Snapchat show came about because we were doing social media, and because, he was just in the media a bunch. And so I'm applying those same principles to working with this new client of mine who hasn't been in the spotlight as much, but I'm trying to put them there. I'm trying to show them that you have to do more than just your sport to get these sponsorships, and hopefully they're long-term. Now, the fact that this client is already familiar with the product and uses the product is really great, because I can now show the potential new sponsor, hey, my client already looks the part of what you want. So not only is the performance there from the client, but the look is already there. So this should be really easy, but I'm excited because now I can negotiate terms, figure out how long the deal is going to be for, some perks. Is there going to be, money? Definitely money, but money and product. All the fun stuff now gets to happen because I put in the work 3 months ago, and I, ping them, corporate speak, hey, ping, circling back. Can I get an update on this? I did the corporate game for 7 years. I know the lingo. I know how to work it, and that's coming into favor for me. But I was just patient. I didn't blow up. I didn't lose my cool. But believe me, behind closed doors, I was thinking does this company, are they just going to ignore me forever? Is that how it's going to go? Having those thoughts of doubt, but continuing to have faith that I trust the process of what I'm doing, and even if it took a year, if we get the right deal, I think it's worth it. And so just have patience with whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on. My whole thing is I always bet the farm on what I'm doing. Maybe I shouldn't bet so much, but the best thing to bet on is yourself. You should just bet on yourself. If you're putting in the work consistently every day, the best bet, the best investment is on yourself. And in this case, we'll see how it goes. I'm feeling confident now that I've finally made contact. So that's my video for today. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know about something you've had to wait a long time on, something that you've had to have patience when you really didn't want to. And believe me, I really didn't want to be patient with this. I wanted things to happen fast. You know, hey, I'm an agent. I can get you this. I can get you that. I have to make these kind of promises, and I got to deliver on them. And now it's up to me to deliver. So we'll see you back here tomorrow for another video, and the move continues. Hopefully I'm out of North Carolina here Friday. That's the goal. So not tomorrow, but the next day, video should be from the road. So until then, peace.